Well, let's hope this is not a bad mistake, guys. Urban Creek history recovery session for today. Hopefully it's not going, well, I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to try to cut the video, down a little bit. Only record the more important situations out here. But let's hope I didn't make a bad mistake. It's been about 5 weeks since I've been out here to do a recovery session. Been covering as much as I can out here. I can see some flow marks. Let's hope they did something out here, but I see something I do not like. It was here last time. Let's hope it's just because the waters were so heavy with love out here that it just weighted down. Can't tell until I get in this thing. At least I see some flow marks. The woodpeckers are laughing at me. Why? Well, that was a wake-up call. Wasn't it? I should have known, man. Well, I was too busy looking up instead of looking down. And I just slid 5.5 feet. Big time. I already have the pants dirty, like I Mike Trout sliding into third base twice in one game. Well, dang. I'm seeing the truth right now. There's the famous comb over. Water's every turn, he only got about maybe up to the knee. But still, let's hope they flip some things over. Most of the time, it doesn't matter how high the waters get. What matters is how long they ran so rough. That's what matters. Well, even though it doesn't look like they got too rough out here, or not tripolated too much out here, that's okay. I'm going to force myself to find some major things. Well, this is the first thing so far. A piece of that plastic art I'm always looking for the good stuff, for later. Whatever that thing is. Yeah, but let's hope this is going to be a good sign for today. I don't know until I go. Modern, of course. Imagine finding one of the ancient pieces this size with a great design on it. Looks like it just broke. Beautiful. It's been a long time since I've been out here. More than 5 weeks. Things have a tendency to change, and some things just get piled up. 5 weeks is a long time for things to be natripulated. The landscape changes over time. The makeup changes since the last time you came out. Even the clothes changed. I don't have the jacket on. It's not needed. Today, that is. It's only going to get up to like 72 degrees, and that's it. But when it comes to this hobby of historical recovery, artifact recovery, creek hunting, creek walking, I just don't get it. 5 weeks is a long time for many great things to happen. The things we want to happen. Things to be exposed, waiting to be added to the history cabinet, the museum. And we've had some monumental rainstorms in the past 5 weeks. Some lasted longer than others, including the one on Wednesday. And they barely got a buzz. How is that even possible? I see some things I recognize from 5 weeks ago. And instead of moving things about, they just covered up everything in sand. Of course. I'm gonna hide the hubcap. Not really hide it, just place it someplace. I found that thing out here last time, flipped it over, and it was the same exact spot it was in the water. Sitting right up. Yeah, just a handful of magical looking things right here. Add those things to the plastic bags I got on me in the pocket. Poor Mother Nature, man. I thought I saw something else that had a weird napping thing on it. Oh, it's nothing. It's a beautiful crystal. Thank you, Mother Nature. But let's go ahead and grab these things out here. If they didn't pull it out due to my frequency of the motion of my body through the water. Yeah, they're still there. Oh, look, see, it's moving already. Gotta be careful. And it's got a leg on it. Another great recovery out here. Beautiful. Not even 12 noon yet. And I already know what that is right there. Not a bad start, especially when they didn't do anything out here. Let's try to recover more before the next flood event. Man, I tell you what. I mean, if I pick up everything that looks black, we might recover 150 pieces of Native American pottery today. That's the third one in a matter of about 15 feet. I saw something black in the shadows, and I just took a shot in the dark and pulled it out. Prime location to find that first humongous orange and yellow chert one. They did a perfect job of cleaning off the tops of everything for us to see it. 95% of the stuff I find out here is always going to be white. I just picked up a broken crystal one and tossed it back. Yeah, they're going to help us find some things today, whatever we're allowed to recover that we missed last time. Thought I saw something. No, that's a piece of glass. I already looked at it. This thing over here. Where'd it go? There it is. It's got a curve on it. Yes, sir. Another one. That's like the fifth one so far. Fourth one, whatever. Let's hope we do lose count today. Let's go and take a look at this thing. You know what I say every single time I come across something like this, especially in GA? Depends on the location. When it's that white, you definitely got to take a look. But I bet you it's going to be broken, like 80% of the ones that we find. The soft-moving waters have flowed over something here. Oh, would you look at that? Unexpected for today. It's intact. Not even busted. Hello. When it's that white, it's time to get hype. Dang. Thank you, Lord, for the soft moving waters out here. Barely saw the edge. Get a load of this. Talk about a recovery in heaven. Time to switch to camera mode for real. Part of what I came out here for today. To look up at that. Man, that's quite the masterpiece right here. That's what we get after we clean it off. Almost ready for the artistic frame, you know. Add that thing to the wall. But this one's even better. A little thumb scraper made of sandstone. Would you look at that thing? Never find sandstone out here. How do you think it was so easy to see and recognize? Another great find for today. I would take the comb if I had hair. How many combs I always leave out in nature, you know? Look at that crystal. I think I see something to the side over here. It looks silvery and soapy. Haven't seen a shard of soapstone this far downstream before. It's usually further upstream. That is definitely a shard of soapstone. Yes, sir. Might be the oldest thing so far today. Gotta keep going though. Epic. I know, check it out. Look at the geometries out here. I'm in the same gravel bar. I think I might have found something else recoverable, something historic. You know, for our collection. A little amateur collection. Hold on, I'm looking. Things are interesting today. They've been washing things. Yeah, but this little piece of gravel here, I don't know if this is just a piece of road gravel or if it's something that they used as a tool. Little piece of granite, but look at that blade side to it. I can't tell if this is modern or what. It's yin and yang up in this thing when it comes to urban creeks. Looks like the animals and wildlife have been digging out here. I bet it's the deer all playing around. Well, no, they're not digging, they're just crossing over. Look at this though. They done turned something up. It might be fully intact. I know I've been asking for the fully intact bowls. I even prayed for one before I left the Da Vinci pad today. If I can just find that fully intact ancient dish. And they're so literal out here. I've never found a fully intact bowl out here before. That is, if it is fully intact. Deer have been stepping all over it. Would you look at that? Hymac, whatever you call that stuff. I guess I'll add it to the bag. Good enough to hold something for later use. Thanks for the semi-epic recovery. If only it was 4,644 years old. But this is good enough for now. Got everything up in here except the kitchen sink. I mean, look, we got a shirt right here, buttoned down. Got a bedroom shoe with a bow on it. Da Vinci style. Got some new modern pottery right here. Cups, saucers, broken, whatever. From back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. But this is probably the reddest piece of clay, soil, pottery I've ever found out here before. Look at the sand grit in that. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, this is when the hobby turns unfair. Oh, I see something white. No, it's a piece of glass. I was going to toss this bottle up in the woods. It's got a cool design on it. But there's something right here that I'm hoping is going to be ancient, but I can tell you right now it's not. Man, this hobby is not fair when it comes to certain locations. I'll tell you what, man. That looks like a very nice native design right there. Like from the old Aztec days. Well, it looks handmade. Look how it's been pinched on the backside. That doesn't look like it's been manufactured by a machine. Maybe it's just a, decoration made by the hands and then it was applied to a modern pot. Ain't no telling. Only a true archaeologist would know. Might be the find of the day if it was ancient. But it most likely isn't. Beautiful. Looks like the wildlife has been out chilling, breaking things up. Wonder if they tipped over a Native American pot bowl. No telling. We're about to enter that dangerous zone, but I had to think about something compared to what I was talking about earlier. About the roughness of the waters out here or lack thereof. Let's hope they were just soft enough out here to pile in the sand so we can just walk right on through. But they weren't rough enough to move that log jam out of the way. They probably piled up even more. Better look out for the snakes. Prime location up in here. But when it comes to what I was talking about earlier, why did it rain so good, so well? Especially even in the city. But they didn't do anything out here, hardly. It was probably because of something that I did out here 5 weeks ago. I just remembered this. There's something up on the side over here I gotta take a look at. It might be the reason why they didn't get a giant buzz, because I added a watermark kind of in a different way, different kind of history out here. I added to the layers. This rock that I tossed up here in case it was a giant nutting stone. And it weighs about 35, 40 pounds. There's no way I can get this thing out of here. It weighs too much. It's gotta stay out here. Maybe I'll just tell them I have to leave it. That could be an ancient nutting stone. Maybe they'll be happy if I toss it up on the land so we can keep coming back knowing that it's going to be here, instead of giving them the opportunity to keep covering it up, pushing it further down to get broken, get lost. Maybe they'll get this place sky high and keep exposing the things that we're able to carry out and add to the museum, but leave this one out here in the Museum of Nature that we'll always find it. Yeah, that's a giant nutting stone. You can easily tell now that you got it in the light. Some of the stuff we just can't recover, you know. Just gotta leave it out. Weird. Yeah, they pulled down even more. The waters weren't rough enough. I know, Mr. Crazy in the head adventurer out here, man. That's up to the waist. Not about to do this thing right here. Got the garbage heap. Can't get through that. They took down another tree due to the weight. Can't get through over here that I know of. What the heck do I get myself into to recover history, man? Wonder if there's a pot over there. 3,000 years old. Most likely not. I know I do the dangest things. I do. Let me figure something out. This is ridiculous. At least it's not 24 degrees out here. When there's a will, there's a way. Still doesn't mean it's the best decision of the day. Hey, that rhymed. Of course we made it. We make it through almost anything. Beautiful. Yeah, once again, I know they definitely had something on this corner. I just flipped it up with my middle finger when I was just cutting up and saying, anything 10,000 years old over here? And I saw something that was flat. Flat piece of pottery. Hey, there's a piece of bubble wrap. Don't know if that's going to be a good sign or not. This is going to be it, most likely. Just found a sandstone cutting blade right here. Could have been a giant, humongous arrowhead or something. Some kind of knife. But it's sandstone and it's worked. And it's got that edge on it. Another great find today. Might be the best find all day. Got a load of what I just found in the water. I saw something that had a design on it. And it was trapped, and all I had to do was just dig it out. But I had no idea it was going to be this intact. You gotta be kidding me out here. Never found anything like this before. What you know about that? Talk about an epic recovery. I know it's modern. It's a little trinket. But like I told you many times before, there's something about finding it out in nature as opposed to going to Goodwill or some hand-me-down antique store. For some reason, a hobby out here makes it more meaningful to recover. Same creek, different side. Haven't been in this side in I think 2 years, 2.5, 3 years maybe. Got something black, pull it out. Oh, that's a rough piece right here, man. Look at that. You talk about rugged. I think last time I came out here about 2.5, 3 years ago, I found next to nothing at all. It was all modern stuff. Oh, that's artistic. Look, it's got an arrowhead on it. Got 2 bags ready to go. It's a short trek through this side, but I was hoping I was going to find something major on this side since it's been a while. Ain't nothing like adventure. Uh-oh, is that what I think it is? That might be the largest shard all day. Look at this masterpiece right here, man. Oh, dang. Boy, look at that one. You know I'm crazy for the metal. And the souls, too. Look how beautiful this is, minus the garbage. I had to throw the pottery back. It was so sand tempered, it wasn't even tempered that much. It kept breaking up in the hand. Even in the hand, it kept breaking up. I think I remember that from last time. A long time ago, man. What the heck was that noise? Probably the branches talking. I just ran into my first little snake up in here. Look how deep it is right here. And I jumped over here on the easy side. And it was sitting right there and it just jumped on in. I gotta be more careful. I never saw it, but I saw its tail. Let me look at something real quick. It's got a curve on it. Well, I guess I'm whispering because the wildlife out here. I know it's just a piece of metal. I think it's rusted. Hold on. I know. I'm hoping it's some kind of giant shard of a pot. Probably from the old farming days out here. That is one heck of a plow. Well, it's not from the ancient times. It's from the 30s, 20s, whatever out here. That is one heck of a plow. Once again, a bunch of cool things. Just not old enough. And that helmet's brand new, kind of. It's got the sticker on the front. Beautiful. Man, not fair, not fair, not fair, ladies and gentlemen. Man. If this isn't fair, then I don't know what is. What the heck is that thing? One of those bobbin things for a toilet bowl? The bowl in the back? To fill that thing up, stop it from filling? As I'm out here trying to fill the pockets with ancient history, man. Boy, once you see this thing, you're gonna crap your drawers. Not fair. But there's a lot of truth in this thing, too. They're still making everything. Man, look at this axe head. Thought it was a brand new piece of bread that just ended up in the creek. But it's not. It's mortar from a bridge or something like that. Masonry. Look how soft this is. The laws of nature made this thing to look like an axe head. Look at that napping spot on it. Look at the bit. not fair, man. Still making them, and not just the points. That's one heck of an axe head. Check this out. I thought it was a golf ball until I saw a face. Boy, does that ever look scary in the water. Look at this little thing right here. Oh, dang, does that ever look scary. Let's hope I sleep well tonight. Let's hope it's porcelain and not plastic. Yeah, it's porcelain, all right. Nothing but craziness on this side of the creek, but it's cool craziness for real. Boy, that's ever look scary. How come they never made these dolls and stuff to look more friendly, more heavenly? Get lost in the light. You know, I prayed for a lot today, I really did. We did find some great history. We're still looking too. But at the moment, I'm finding a different kind of history. I think that's like the only third or fourth pool ball I've ever recovered out of Heavenly Place. Man, it smells good out here. Wonder what happened to the history though. It's all modern out here for some reason. Well, I guess that's how time works. It's probably further up the creek, still deep under the sands. And it takes forever, decades, centuries to move things around when it's under the sand. A few inches or a few feet. But everything on the surface just gets pushed around. Heck yeah, there's like 3 things I love trying to look for and collect out here in places like this. These urban creeks. No, that's not a Native American bowl. It's just another metal pot. You can tell. But look at this thing right here. It's probably 1990s, 2000s, whatever. Not even busted. What was I say? Something David. Hodgen David. Something like that. M-O-C-E-N. David. Well, look at the design on that thing. Beautiful. Well, it's only on one side. That's weird. I didn't notice that. I don't know if I'll keep it or not. That thing's going to fill up another bag. But it's an intact container. Refilling prohibited. Something 59. There's numbers on it. 69. Very cool find. Probably had a paper label. Yeah, I think I might hold on to that. Could put marbles in it or something like that. Screw top, probably 2000. Could be 1950s, 1940s, 1960s. But here's one of the things I was looking at. Besides that, beautiful. Never found a blue one before. Wonder if it's ready to hang up on the wall in a frame. Oh no, what the heck was that? Dang. You guys are crazy. Big fishing spotter right there. Yeah, stuck up in here for real. Trying to see if it's ready to be framed like a few other ones. And there's a yellow one further up there. Yeah, let's go ahead and recover it. It can only go for some more. Quite the painting. Never found a blue one before. You're going to say, what's on the other side? Probably another fishing spotter. Store parking only. Car will be impounded. That's a different kind of spotter right there. Man, you're going to say, you need to display it on this side. Screw the other side. It's more artistic with a meaning on this side. Man, you might be right about that one. Got a stash going on over here. Got some things. Well, I'm not sure. I think I'll just leave this one. Now let's recover it. We'll add it to something else later. May not have stayed alone. Crazy. Just like the green car we found earlier. I threw it up on a hill to come back and get later. Cool. Da Vinci style. Yeah, I think we're done for. Well, I mean, I think we're done out here, man. Well, there's a log jam behind me. And that's a different kind of log jam that creates a waterfall. Man, would you look at that? Beautiful. Yeah, but the log jam has created some kind of backup zone up in here. I don't see a sandbar for the next 200 or 300 feet in front of us. It's all deep up in here. Yeah, it's just deep the rest of the way, man. What a shame. I guess it's time to get on out of this place. Maybe I'll hang out for a little while. And just be within the light. Beautiful. Welcome to heaven. Wow, another one. Look at that. My flattened wood art is going to be off the chain again for another couple of sculptures. Would you look at that thing right there? Man. What's that? Oh, it's wood. I need to hop up in these lands one day. It's 5:30. It's a little bit too late today. Am I going to be able to grab that thing? Oh, you can see the wood grain on it. One of those panels from some trailer or something like that. Dang it. You can tell what it is by looking at it. Crap. If it was a solid color, I would be recovering that thing. But I need to hop up in these woods, take a look around. I don't care what I get out of here today when it comes to the art. Whatever I get out, this has got to be the piece. I pulled it out from behind us. Is that a net? Go ahead. No. More mid-century modern. Is this a toy? No. Get a load of what's on the other side. It'll blow your mind. This thing is definitely ready for the frame. Would you look at that thing? It's got turquoise letters you can't make out anymore. It adds to the piece. Look what nature done did for us. The camera's not picking up the color. You got some blending of gray and blue, black. Look at all that, man. I mean, I'm crazy. No, I'm just addicted to art. Dang. Let's go take a look. There's something massive in the water, and it's quite colorful. If that's a doll to recover, lawn ornament, we're gonna hit this thing right. Don't tell me it's just Daffy Duck. How would I even know that by just looking at it upside down? Look, I don't do the safest things, man. Please be hard. No pun intended. Oh, dang. Well, he's busted, man. You're gonna say keep him anyway, man. Plastic. Trying to head out of this place. It's about 7:15 right now. I saw something. No, it's not ancient. It's the largest panel. I don't know if... Little frog, my bad. Look at that stash. Da Vinci style. But this thing here, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to end the day. I don't think I'll ever be able to get this thing out. Humongous panel. Taste Diet Coke. It's plexiglass. Thing's been in there for a while. Look at that thing. If only it was fully intact. Imagine what it would look like. Man, paintings on this side. Not on the other side. Boy. Beautiful piece. really just pour it out, but they definitely poured it on when it comes to the historical recovery today. Let's go ahead and go through this stuff real quick. Man, yet another impressive recovery session when it comes to everything that we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. And you're looking right at it. Man, these Cedar Creeks are off the chain for real. They have me coming out as much as I can. It's not the easiest place to get to. None of them are. But they always hold a lot of magnificent things. I even double teamed that thing today. Went to 2 different locations and still hit it right. Man, you got some things that are scary. Imagine seeing this on your nightstand in the middle of the night, man. Look at that face. Only a face a mother could love. Maybe I said that wrong. A face only a mother could love. But we'll take care of him. We'll add him to the character stash. Wonder how far this one goes back. He's even got retro clothing on for real. Look at that. Probably says 2020. I'm looking. I can't really see a date. My eyes are failing us. Oh, it says 2018. Or 2008. I don't know, man. I can't see that thing, man. But some things, man, you tell. Cool. Lord knows what this stuff comes from. But the laws of nature do their thing on it. Look, it looks like a circular sunset, like a painting. You got the red sky. You got the horizon. You got the sky and you got the sandy scene. Would you look at that? That's like a desert scene in a coin. Yeah. All right, moving along. Got the fancy metal stuff right here. Look at that thing. Laws of nature always do this stuff right, man. And we're just in time to go recover what's left behind. Hey, that kind of rhymed. Yeah, but you can see why. I get so excited when I see things like this, man. Just like all the other things too. But look at that, man. I'm trying to find as much as I can when it comes to the tape. You know, the shipping tape that comes off the cardboard boxes, ends up in the garbage. Look what nature does to it. I'm trying to get a whole bunch together so I can overlap them, you know, different angles. Could you ever imagine the abstract masterpiece that could be hanging on the wall if we had enough? I mean, look at that. It just takes time, ladies and gentlemen. It just takes time. Nature just can't make art like this overnight. They can't. I mean, this has probably been in that creek for 7.5 years, 13. And look what it turned into. Only my eyes see that. For the meantime, I mean, just like this thing right here, man, look at that thing. Look at that. Dang. I'm crazy for art, for real. I'm crazy for a lot of things. Look at all these souls that we collected today. Man, you got the pile growing. I think I'm up to like 55 or 60 already. Who knows how many of these things came from 1855 or 1955. But every single wear and tear mark has a very deep story. I mean, someone's great-grandma probably wore this thing back in like 1911, man. And look at that. The walking pattern, the wear and tear. Did she drive a car? You could tell a lot from a soul. Did she walk on a dirt road in downtown Atlanta? Was it paved? What about the sidewalk? What about this? Were they a bus driver back in 1929? An office worker? A barber? Gotta love collecting them souls for real. A lot of stories hidden deep inside. Man, life. But these things right here, man, you guys... Why they gotta make him look like that, though, man? I mean, that's like a mugshot. Man, they were like smoking on the good stuff. Look at them eyes, though. She's sitting there trying to teach him, it's going to be okay, guys. She's got the cat. Might be the find of the day for real. Look at that thing. Fully intact. Even got the bow on the back. What are they asking for? For us to love them. For sure. Yeah, got the cool paint. Mid-century modern. Look, there's the art piece right there. It's already done. All we got to do is remember that pattern. And we'll always find our way back. The heck is that supposed to mean? Yeah, but these things, man, legit. And when you find the crop pieces in the ATL Creek, that probably means it goes way back to like the 1880s. Yeah, you ain't talking about going way back. Humans got to come by to recover it. Can't afford this stuff to be pulled down so far that it gets lost forever. We're not going to find them intact, though, guys. We're not. It's just going to be this. This is what it's going to be. Even down to something like this. Does that have an R in it? Does this have letters in it? It's a piece of pottery. Uh-oh, we might have something here. You can only see it due to the contrast. Maybe it's just me dreaming. Yeah, but that's quite the sorter right there, though. Found it in that one little spot. Got to be careful with that one. Try not to scrub it. Just blow on it a little bit, you know. Just like all these pieces. But this thing right here, man, I tell you what. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if this is legit ancient or not. I don't know if it can possibly be ancient. I mean, look how it's pinched and combined in the back. Who knows if a kid did this back in 1949 or if a kid did this back in, 800 AD. But there's a couple of pieces of pot or, pots with the legs on them that were almost intact that I found in that creek that probably date to like the early 1700s. Who knows if this dates to the same time frame or not? You can't deal with this stuff, man. Only carbon dating and experts to look at. But boy, our mind is running wild when we find stuff like this in the same place where we find stuff like this. That would be quite the find today if that was legit. Yeah, they're still making them. Got the little point here, the only one of them they really got some kind of knife. Don't find sandstone in that creek that often. Hardly ever. But when we do, it's got to be part of something. I mean, just like this little thumb scraper here. Look at that thing. Still kind of sharp too. Very nice collections today. Got a coin from the second place. A few other things, don't you know why I held on to it? Just because it's cool. Do something else with it later. Trying to find these things. Nearly impossible to find these things worn down the way I wanted to be worn down, though. They need to be completely flat, completely weathered, and then made into an art piece, a flat art piece. Sprayed with some lacquer, maybe one layer of clear coat, and then you got something. That is interesting. Yeah. But this thing here, I want to take a look at this. I want to see what date this thing has on. Probably never know, but it's got that typical 1950s text on it. It's got an advertisement on one side about some oil and gas. Probably might tell us about the date. Looks 40ish, 1940s through the 1960s. It's amazing how things can last that long, especially when it comes to being in the creek, in the sands of time. Let me go ahead and pull this thing out. I wanted to in the creek, but you know, things have a tendency to make it harder to try to get it out. Look at me trying to do this thing one-handed. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to come out. Plastic's not important. Of course it's going to be Gulf. Well, it's laminated. That's not good. Well, if it was paper, it'd be even worse. What the heck am I talking about? All right, what do we have here? Yeah, that looks about maybe 40s through this. No, let's say 50s through like the 60s. Clean burning Gulf, no NOx, gasoline, Gulf Pride HT Select, the world's finest motor oil. I'm trying to judge it by looking at the gas pump. Yeah, I'm not an expert in that. Oh, well, would you look at that? What I intended to do in the first place instead of looking at the picture. Man, I could be a dummy for real. I like pictures too, though. I try to look at everything. Look at that date, man, 1957. Very cool find for today. Another one. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one, for real.